feel like I have a lot of long-lasting side effects from when we had to take the anthrax shot.
Oh yeah,
and the government got sued for that, man. I mean, I got all type of allergies I never had before I had the anthrax shot. So I don't think it's been a secret that we've been having issues with our recruitment numbers here in the U.S. across all the different branches of services. And you know one thing that probably didn't help with that, when a bunch of people back in 2021 got kicked out the military, about 8,200 people, because they didn't want to take the COVID shot.
Wow. They didn't want to take the V.
They didn't want to take the V. They didn't want the vid shot, man.
I was one.
So you was one of them.
Yeah, I put in a religious exemption.
Okay, you had different exemptions and stuff like that. So now what's happening? They're trying to get them people to come back.
Of course. Baby, come back. You can blame it all on the last administration.
That's good, Corey. Hey, hold on. I was treated like crap by my command. I had people really trying to come in and coerce me, and there were other soldiers who were like, hey, Sarge, I heard if we don't do this, we get dishonorable discharges. They were using like different fear tactics. I'm like, hey, that's not cool, man. That's not what we're here for.
Right.
We're here to focus on, we have a mission to protect the United States, defend the Constitution. This is what we're here for. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I'm pretty sure if they let me ask you this. If they bring them back, what would they do for the time of the fact that they got kicked out? Will they
they can do a couple of things. They can fix the paperwork to make it seem like, from what I've heard, that they were actually in during that time.
Okay. Yeah.
And that would go towards their years of service. So let's say somebody got kicked out and they had 18 years of service. They were right there at their 20-year mark.
Right.
What they could end up doing to help, fix that is to go back and pretty much now give them their 20-year letter as if they actually completed their years of service.
So,
that's just an example.
What actually happened was President Trump signed an executive order that will allow them all to come back. Nice. And they'll get their former rank full pay with back pay. So they'll make the money back. Yeah.
He campaigned on that. He campaigned on that. It was about getting that back pay, which he was hoping that people would say, yeah, put me back in. But if you left with some bad blood, you know what I mean? Back. Chances are, would you really want to go back to your command? Like, think about it. Would you want to go back to your command where people were talking crap to you because they were, people were treating you differently because they were like, Sergeant Lopez, you got to stay over there. You can't come over here with the rest of us, Sergeant Lopez, because you're not like us. You're right. You're right. I'm not like you. And I'm okay with that. That's cool. I'll be over here with my unvaccinated self.
No, and you're not lying. So according to the Associated Press, when the rules changed to allow people to come back, since it changed in 2023, from then till now, out of the 8,200 that were forced to separate, only 650 have expressed interest in coming back in. So you're not wrong.
Not even 10%. Not even 10%.
Not even 10%. Not even 10%. So I mean, and also too, on top of what you said, Bobbie, what if you get out? You weren't planning on getting out, so you don't have no plans. I've been in that situation before, because I got MEB twice. And that's a scary time. Medical Evaluation Board, for those
Thank you. I was about to say MVP. I'm like, what? You got MVP twice? Why are you complaining?
I got one MEB. He's got two.
Nah, man, because you don't know what you're gonna do. You were planning on staying in. You didn't have no backup plans, right? But what if you forced out and you figure it out, and now you're making way more than what you were making at your previous rank when you got out? That's another dilemma. Like, let's just say when I got out, I was making 50K. Now I'm at my civilian job, I'm making 100K. And you offering me my back pay with my original 50K salary?
I'll take a leave of absence for a year. Come on back.
No, man. I tell you what, go ahead and keep your rank. I'll just take the back pay. All right.
Yeah, you can. Well, there was a time they was putting notices out asking retirees to come back in. Yeah,
that was like recently.
That was within the last year.
In the Air Force, I remember them saying, "Hey, I know you might have just gotten out, but if you're interested, we can offer you your job back."
Man, come on back in.
People were like, "Nah."
Are they paying you back? I mean, paying you good or no? Or are they gonna pay you good?
Out of all of the amendments that I can pick, I can only think of one, and that's the FIF.
I mean,
on that one, sir.
All of the military pay is all, it's all public record. Ain't no secret.
It's public record, yeah.
It's public record according to your rank. You know what I mean? So like, we all know what each other get. It ain't a surprise.
Yeah. I mean,
so when you go and look at that, you're like, nah. All the crap that I went through, and you know what? Hard pass. I'll stick over here.
I mean, but it's a good. If for someone who overall, I think it's good to help you get that jump start in life. Because it broadened my horizon. I'm not just gonna just throw complete dirt on the military, man. I respect what we do, man, and what they still do. It's just that maybe that wasn't the best choice to make, getting rid of 8,200 people during the time you were already struggling with recruitment numbers.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I love being in the Army. It made me a stronger person. The military made me a stronger person and built resilience. It gave me a whole extra special set of skills that not everybody in the United States gets the opportunity to get. And depending on what you do in the military, I am extremely grateful that the Lord has ordered my steps, because I wouldn't be sitting here today or even have the awesome job that I do if it wasn't for that little door opening, getting me in there. And a lot of that was
same here.
Never gonna crap on the military. Never ever gonna do that. There are days that are bad, but you know what? You build so much camaraderie. There's so much family away from family. It makes things suck less.
And news you can use if you're someone who does want to go back in. If that happened to you, you can. There are different stipulations. There's different stipulations. Make sure you go talk to a recruiter or somebody, but it's an option. And hey, Angel's advocate, right? Because what was happening, going on, changing.
Job security ain't so job security.
Need that option. So, but it is an option for if you're in that situation. So
I'm on both sides of the fence. If you're that person and you're listening and you choose to go, sweet, I support you. If you choose not to, sweet, I support you. Whatever. You do you.
Do they get that free veteran housing certificate program? You know how veterans
VA loan?
The VA loan.
As long as they did the minimum time and they served honorably on that DD 214, yes.
Hey,
that's
there you
the main thing.
You know what I'm saying? You can get them some land. Go back to like 4 years, get you some land, man.
But what some civilians don't know is that if you get a dishonorable discharge, that'll mess up your life. That's how far they were taking it, where people were complaining they were getting dishonorable discharge. That's not an act to, consider dishonorable. We're talking about people getting DUIs and still getting honorable discharges and stuff, doing some major stuff.
Is it possible that they can probably just remove the dishonorable discharge and just have them as an honorable discharge?
I mean, but
I think
so they won't have to come back. I mean, because I think that's just wrong because of the fact that they serve the country. You know what I'm saying? And obviously they didn't want to leave, but they also didn't want to take this thing that they didn't want to do it.
And I don't blame them for not taking it, because I mean I feel like I have a lot of long-lasting side effects from when we had to take the anthrax shot. And the government got sued for that, man. I mean, I got all type of allergies I never had before I had the anthrax shot. My gluten allergy.
I'm
allergic to bananas. I'm allergic to shellfish. I never had those allergies. Before
How long? When did you get your anthrax shot?
It was a whole series, man. I think it was like we had to take like 8 shots or something like that.
Yeah, because they lined us up, and we went through this line, and they got all of our.
I think I started my series of anthrax back in like 2005 ish. So I never had those type of issues before I had that anthrax shot, man. So I don't blame y'all. So all of y'all who didn't want to take the COVID shot, I understand.
Thank you.
I didn't want to take it, but they were telling me like if I didn't, I was going to lose my job. And
see, that's
a hard situation to put somebody in. You know what I mean?
It is.
And there were so many people who had to take it, right? But they didn't want to, and now there's nothing you can like do about it. But that just goes to show how far I don't want to necessarily say the government, because it was the government that they were pushing it. And it's like, well, I just had questions. I'm like, we've been doing research for cancer and for HIV all these years, but all of a sudden, in less than 12 months, y'all got a magical vaccine for COVID-19.
Excellent point.
Listen, the math ain't mathing when it comes to some of that. I got questions. I had some big questions. Let me hold off. Look, I don't know what's going on. I just got questions is all I'm saying.
That whole thing was is the whole situation, COVID period, was touchy for me because many people I lost from it, you know what I'm saying, who were vaccinated and those who didn't get the vaccine and those who was vaccinated and who had complications because of the vaccine. I was like, ugh. You know what I'm saying?
It was a lot. I lost my grandfather because of COVID. It wasn't the COVID. It was after COVID. His immune system was so weak. He got pneumonia.
Right.
Yeah. Shout out to everyone, man, who lost someone, man. Heart and love out to y'all, man. Positive healing and energy to y'all, man.
Yeah.
So, hey, man. Let's just make better decisions for our soldiers and sailors, airmen and guardians, and who am I missing? Marines. There you go.
Space Force. Don't forget about the Space Force.
Those are the guardians, man.